host. All right, let's get into some of the benefits of podcast guesting. Well, one of the things is you can reach all kinds of people that never heard of you, and with a warm introduction, because the people figure, well, the podcast host wouldn't have you on if you weren't somebody. So you get introduced to all kinds of people that way. Now, you can also build your database this way. So you can offer, like I offer my free automation book, not only on this podcast, but on other podcasts that I'm interviewed on. And so I get tons of new subscribers all the time. And then you also get, sometimes people will and won't let you do this, but you can embed your interviews on your website where people listen to them, and that increases your stay time, your time on site, which the search engines think, wow, it must be a pretty good site if people are staying so long. So that's another benefit of it. And you can get backlinks from the show notes of all these other podcasts you've been on. Now, I did a whole episode on the power of backlinks. If you were going to bother doing anything other than, I want you to do the basics of SEO, and I have episodes on that too. But if you were going to do anything above the basics, the biggest payback would be backlinks. And so when you are in the show notes and a link to your website from the show notes of all these other sites around the world, that makes your site look way better to the search engines. And also, it's way easier and more fun to do a podcast interview than write a really in-depth blog posting or social media post. So it's, I'll take all the interviews I can get because I love sitting there. I hate thinking up an idea and then having to really write it out carefully and everything. So, I do it for my books, but to crank that stuff out over and over, just to keep the social media happy and the search engines happy, it's just too boring for me. But I love to get on here and ham it up and be a great podcast guest. I've been invited back on one show 13 times. I've been on, something just happened this week. I got an email from JLD, that's John Lee Dumas from Entrepreneurs on Fire, no doubt one of the best entrepreneur podcasts in the world. And I've been on there twice. Hardly anybody is on twice. And I just got notice that he's making one of my episodes in his classics edition. In other words, some of the best interviews that's been on there, he's rolling it out as a classic. And I think it's coming out next week. So that's, again, I'm going to be in front of another, 1 million people next week again, just for doing 2 great interviews for him in the past. See? And also, I might add, as part of being a great podcast guest, he made money off of me because when people signed up for my mentor program, he got a commission from it. See? So if you can let the hosts know that they can make money because of your appearance, and of course, you have to have an affiliate program. You get Kickstart Cart, and me and Larry will show you how to use it. And then you'll be able to put yourself at the top of the pile, because if they can make money because of your appearance, you are more attractive. There's lots of people trying to get these spots on podcasts, so you'll be more attractive to them. And you can generate targeted traffic to your website. The people that listen to you on a selected podcast that makes sense for what your topic is, and if they like you enough, they're going to come over and visit your website, which again pleases the search engines without you doing anything extra and without paying for SEO. See, so there's just there's more benefits than that, but that ought to wet your whistle. I'll throw in one more. A lot of times the host, if you're really great, will continue to be your affiliate, and you make joint ventures and you become their affiliate. And, so you meet a lot of people this way. And I'll tell you what, during the pandemic, a lot of high-end authors and speakers were sitting home and thrilled to death to do your podcast. I don't think they even vetted them that much. They just wanted to have something to do that would keep promoting themselves during the pandemic. So you got a lot of potential out there for great guests. If you have your own